Hello fellow travelers and adventurers, Phil Keown here. For years I've had the incredible privilege of racing around the world, seeing amazing places and meeting extraordinary people, but some places have a special kind of magic, a pull that makes you want to stop racing and just stay. Indonesia is one of those places. It's a country of over 17,000 islands, each with its own unique story-culture landscape. Bustling streets of Jakarta, serene rice paddies of Bali. Indonesia offers a world of experiences all in one nation. It captures the spirit of adventure, and I'm excited to share it with you. In this journey we're about to take together, we won't be racing for a finish line. Instead, we'll explore what it truly means to live here. We'll look at why people are packing their bags and calling Indonesia home. We'll unpack the good, the challenging, and everything in between. Think of me as your guide. This essay is your first clue, your first challenge card. We will dive deep into what makes this country special. We'll show warm, welcoming people and the vibrant culture. We'll also cover practical things, cost of living, finding a place to call home, and the delicious food, so grab a comfortable seat, maybe a cup of coffee or tea, and let's begin. So, what is it about Indonesia that's drawing people in from every corner of the world? The reasons are as diverse as the islands themselves. For many, it starts with the dream of a different lifestyle. They are tired of the fast-paced, high-stress routine of their home countries. They imagine a life where the sun shines year-round, where they can hear the sound of the ocean, where the pace of life is just a little bit slower. Another major reason is the incredible natural beauty. Think of the iconic emerald-green rice terraces of Tegalalang in Bali. Picture the crystal-clear turquoise waters surrounding the Gili Islands. Or imagine hiking up a volcano like Mount Bromo in Java to watch a sunrise that paints the entire sky in shades of orange and pink. Beyond the lifestyle and the scenery, there's a powerful sense of adventure and discovery. You might learn a few words of Bahasa Indonesia to order your favorite coffee, or discover a hidden waterfall on a weekend scooter ride. The culture is rich and deeply spiritual, with ancient traditions that are still alive today. Finally, there's a growing community of expatriates who have already made the move. There are established groups and social networks where you can find friends, get advice, and share experiences. This blend of local culture and a supportive international network makes the big leap feel a lot less intimidating. Let's talk about the pros, the fantastic reasons that make living in Indonesia feel like you've won the grand prize. First and foremost, the incredibly low cost of living compared to most Western countries. Your money simply goes further here. Eat out at a local warung and get a full meal for just a few dollars. Rent a comfortable house with a small garden for a fraction of what you'd pay back home. This financial freedom means a higher quality of life. Higher help for cleaning. Higher help for gardening. Enjoy regular massages. Travel between islands without breaking the bank. Another huge advantage is the warmth, not just the tropical climate. People are famous for hospitality and friendliness. Culture built on community and respect. Smiles are handed out freely. A smiling Balinese woman in traditional attire, offering a kanang sari flower offering. The lifestyle itself is a major perk. Life often moves at a slower, more deliberate pace. Jam karet, flexible schedules, less pressure to rush. Finally, the sheer diversity of experiences is a constant source of joy. Living in Indonesia is like having a dozen countries at your doorstep. Surfing Uluwatu, Bali, trekking Sumatra to see wild orangutans, exploring Borobudur in central Java. Possibilities for travel and adventure are nearly endless. Never run out of new places to see, new foods to try, new cultures to experience. One of the greatest adventures in Indonesia happens right on your plate. The food here is an explosion of flavor, and it's an essential part of daily life and culture. Every region has its own specialties, so your culinary journey will never end. The foundation of most meals is rice or nasi. A classic and beloved dish you'll find everywhere is nasi goreng, which is Indonesian fried rice. It's often mixed with vegetables, chicken, shrimp, topped with a fried egg, and served with crispy crackers called kerupuk. Another staple you must try is satay, or satay. These are small skewers of marinated meat, usually chicken or goat grilled over a hot charcoal fire. The real magic is in the sauce, typically a rich and savory peanut sauce, sweet and a little spicy. The smell of grilling satay is one of the most iconic scents of an Indonesian evening. Let's not forget about the incredible variety of soups and curries. Soto ayam is a fragrant chicken noodle soup with a turmeric-infused broth, often garnished with fresh herbs. For something richer you might try rendang, a slow-cooked beef curry from West Sumatra. And of course we have to talk about the fruit. Indonesia is a tropical paradise, and the fruit here is fresh, abundant, and unbelievably delicious. You'll find sweet mangoes, juicy rambutans, and the famous durian. Finding a place to live in Indonesia can be an adventure in itself, with options to suit almost any budget and any lifestyle. In big cities like Jakarta, you'll find modern apartment buildings with rooftop swimming pools, gyms, and 24-hour security. However, a more traditional and common option, especially in places like Bali, is to rent a villa or a house. A simple one-bedroom home, a comfortable mid-range house to a luxurious multi-room villa with a private pool and lush garden. It's amazing what you can get for your money. The cost of housing is significantly lower than in most Western countries. For example, you might be able to rent a lovely two-bedroom house with a small yard in a quiet neighborhood for the same price as a single room in a shared apartment in a major European or American city. This affordability allows many people to live in a way they could only dream of back home. When it comes to the overall cost of living, you'll find that your daily expenses are very manageable. Groceries from a local market are incredibly cheap, especially for fresh fruits, vegetables, and rice. Transportation is also very affordable. Many people get around on scooters. For longer distances or in big cities, ride-sharing apps like Gojek and Grab offer incredibly cheap rides. This financial flexibility is one of the biggest draws for people moving to Indonesia. Now, every race has its detours and roadblocks, and moving to Indonesia is no different. It's important to go in with your eyes wide open to the challenges you might face. One of the biggest hurdles for many is the bureaucracy and the paperwork. The visa process can be long, complicated, and sometimes honestly a bit frustrating. The rules can change, and you'll often need to hire an agent to help you navigate the system. Another challenge is the infrastructure. Major cities can be quite developed, but you will encounter less developed spots. Traffic can be intense. In Jakarta and in Denpasar, the roads are often crowded with cars, trucks, and thousands of motorbikes. Power outages can happen, and internet speeds can be unreliable, especially in remote areas. This can be particularly challenging for digital nomads who depend on a stable connection for work. Healthcare is another important consideration. Indonesia has hospitals and clinics, but the standard of care can vary greatly. In major cities there are international standard hospitals with English-speaking doctors, but they can be expensive. It's essential to have comprehensive health insurance that includes medical evacuation. Finally, there's the culture shock and language barrier. While Indonesians are incredibly friendly, there are deep cultural differences that can take time to understand. Learning some basic Bahasa Indonesia is not just polite, it's essential for daily life. Embracing the challenge of learning the language and understanding local customs is a huge part of a successful and happy life in Indonesia. To truly thrive in Indonesia, you need to understand and respect its rich and complex culture. At its core, Indonesian society is collectivist. The group over the individual. Family and community are everything. This is reflected in gotong royong, mutual cooperation. You'll see villages working together to prepare for a ceremony or helping a neighbor build a house. Religion plays a central role in most people's lives. Indonesia is the world's most populous Muslim nation. It also officially recognizes 5 other religions and has a strong spirit of tolerance. In Bali, the dominant religion is a unique form of Hinduism. You will see daily offerings called kanang sari everywhere. Be respectful of religious customs, dress modestly, be extra mindful when visiting temples and mosques. Hierarchy and respect for elders are fundamental. Use polite forms of address and show deference to elders and authority. Use your right hand when giving, receiving, and eating. A gentle handshake is the common greeting. It's often followed by touching your heart as a sign of sincerity. Small gestures like these show effort and will be appreciated. Building a community is vital to your happiness. Making friends with locals is incredibly rewarding. Also connect with expats. Join a yoga class, book club, or weekly sports game. For many people thinking of moving to Indonesia, the question of work is a major one. The job market for foreigners has its own set of rules and opportunities. The most common industries for expats are teaching, especially English, tourism and hospitality, diving instruction, and specialized roles in industries like oil, gas, and technology. A new and rapidly growing trend is the rise of the digital nomad. Indonesia, particularly Bali, has become one of the world's top destinations for people who can work remotely. Co-working spaces have popped up all over places like Canggu and Ubud, offering high-speed internet and a network of like-minded professionals. The Indonesian government is also recognizing this trend and has been developing a special digital nomad visa. Starting your own business in Indonesia is another path some adventurous expats take. This can be a rewarding but very challenging process. The legal requirements for foreign ownership can be complex. Successful expat-owned businesses often cater to the tourism industry or the expat community itself. The work culture in Indonesia can be different from what you're used to. Relationships are often just as important as results. Being flexible, patient, and willing to adapt your professional style to the local culture is just as important as having the right skills. So, we've traveled across the archipelago exploring the highs and the lows, the delicious food, the vibrant culture. We've seen the stunning landscapes and talked about the practical realities of life in Indonesia. Now, the big question remains, is this adventure for you? The answer depends entirely on what you're looking for. If you crave a life that is slower, more connected to nature, full of daily discoveries, Indonesia might be the perfect destination. It offers a chance to live a more affordable, less stressful life surrounded by warm, friendly people and breathtaking beauty. But if you need predictability, efficiency, and convenience, the move could be a struggle. The challenges are real. Be prepared for bureaucracy, infrastructure hiccups, and a cultural learning curve. You'll need patience, flexibility, and an open mind. My advice? Do your homework, but then take the leap. Before you sell your house and pack up your life, plan an extended trip. Don't just be a tourist for 2 weeks. Try to live like a local for a month or two. Rent a small house, shop at the local markets, try to learn some of the language. Ultimately, moving to Indonesia is a journey of the heart. The world is waiting for you. Good luck, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel insights and adventures.